Hello Noble Knitter, it's Nancy Queen, and today I'm going to show you how to increase in continental knitting. I've got two of my favorite ways and we're doing it right now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. I'm going to show you two increases, a knit front and back and a make one increase. So to knit front and back, you're going to, let's just move on to this one. You're going to go into the stitch, scoop up the yarn, and then without taking this stitch off the needle, you're going to come around to the back of it, go into the back loop of the stitch and knit it again, scooping up the yarn the same way. That is a knit front and back. So I'll show you how to do that again. You're going to go into the stitch, scoop up the yarn. Without taking that stitch off the needle, you're going to go back into the back of that stitch, scoop up this next stitch and slide it off. And now you can see when you do knit front and back, you can actually see a little bump here that creates the next stitch. So you can always find your knit front and back by that little extra funky bump you have there. So here's the original stitch and here's your increase of one. Original stitch, increase of one. See that little bump that's there? Now I'm going to show you how to do a make one increase continental style, and that is when you're doing you're picking up this bar that's in between two stitches. So let me get away from this knit front and back so you can see. So I knitted the stitch, and then when you kind of open it up, you'll see here's a stitch, and here's this bar in between. So what we're going to do is pick it up from back to front so it's sitting on the needle. So now you're going to go in and knit that stitch, and if you'll notice, it's actually going to twist and be a little tight to knit. That is what you want. If you were to pick it up from front to back and knit it like this, and it's all open here, you're going to have some lace. We don't want that. You're going to have this big wonky hole. So the rule to remember is when you're doing a make one increase, you always go from back to front and you want it twisted and a little tight. So I'm going to go into the stitch, scoop it up like I normally do with continental, and then slide it off the needle. Now our increase has been made. We don't have a funky hole there, and we can go on to the next stitch. So let's do that one more time. Here's our bar right here in between the two. I'm going to go from back to front, pick it up, now knit that stitch, scoop it up and slide it off. Now I'll finish the row so we can take a look at these stitches. So what's nice about a make one increase is it's a lot less noticeable than a knit front and back. Knit front and backs you can see right here because we have these extra bumps. But a make one increase doesn't show all those extra bumps. It's a lot cleaner looking to make. So I always just go with what the pattern recommends. As a general rule, instead of trying to figure out which is the best, I figure that's the designer's job to figure out the best increase for me. But those are the two stitches. You can make them continental style, and I'll see you in the next video.